Hey guys, I'm Shark from Teamverse again, and as you can tell, I'm back from watching the episode 9 time just to make sure I get all the gear skill, even though there were like 4. Technically only 3, but very, very, very tight. So yeah, I mean, the gear card, we apparently have a Chrono Fang Tiger Ride Chain, which is both cool and weird. So yeah. So, just before I get into all this stuff, I just want to say two things. First thing is, I know a lot of people is very afraid and a bit not sure about the CB5 cost, which I don't think is gonna be CB5. I think it's just gonna be flip or face up to face down. But if it is CB5, it's still okay. But it's still bad. But it will not make your Chronicle change tier. Well, it might a bit, but if it is not CB5, then Gear is probably might be able to make a comeback to tier 2, depending if the Riviera stuff is going down. Because if it's not, then we're dying. So yeah, another thing I want to address is the ride chain. I just really like how they put them in the same spot. I'm just gonna show a flash of it right now. I just think it's very cool. So yeah, so let's talk about the Grade Zero. This card is a very strong card with a skill of, so his name is Chrono Tiger, with a skill of when rolled upon, draw one card. I know, very powerful. Then we have a Grade 1, which is called Chrono 2 Tiger. By the way, all the information I'm stating is the actual skill I saw from the anime. Well, from what I analyzed from the anime. And then I put my own take on it of what like fill in the part. But I'm not gonna make like an additional skill like Chrono 2 Tiger have a skill to bind itself and bind the top 3 card. No, that's not stated at all. I'm not gonna say that. Just from what I analyzed from the episode and add just a bit into the whole of everything. So let's start with Chrono 2 Tiger at the start of your right phase. If you have a Chrono Tiger in your soul, you draw one card. That's from what we saw from the episode. I say Chrono Tiger in soul because it will make sense with the ride chain and it will make sense like with the other card we already got. Then we have Chrono 2 Tiger, Chrono Bite Tiger, and its skill, it kind of makes sense, Chrono 2, Chrono Bite, Chrono Fang. So its skill is when during your ride phase, for some reason you get downgrade, you draw one card. If you have a Chrono Tiger in Soul, you draw one card and discard a card. Like I said, the Chrono Tiger part in Soul is speculation, but I think it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why get a downgrade. Maybe the grade 1 also did the same thing, just that they didn't show it, the discard part. So I'm just gonna say what I see from the episode. I'm not gonna add in like unnecessary part, but I'm gonna add in the Chrono Tiger and Soul part because I think that kind of fit in very well. Next we have Chrono Fang Tiger, which have the same skill as Lost Legend, discard grade 3, search your deck for grade 4, right? And when rolled upon, you can discard a card to get a drive and a crit. Now, there's a bit of controversial about this one because it might just be discard to get a crit, and if you ride into Chrono Tiger Rebellion, you get a drive. Because if this was just a normal plus drive plus crit, it might be a bit too strong on Mystery Flare, since now Mystery Flare is quadruple drive. But to be fair, Gear need to boost all it can get, so I'm not complaining. Just that it might just be the case because that would make Mystery Flare a bit too good. But we never know. Maybe my wish will come true. It normally does not. But Next we have the main meat boy himself, Chrono Tiger Rebellion. Now I'm a bit conflicted on this card, which I'm gonna tell right after I explain the skill what we saw in the episode. So, according to the episode, his skill is when you attack, if you have 5 or less cards in your hand, you retire 2 rear guard in the front row. If you have 3 or less cards in hand, all your front row get 10k. And if you have one or less card in hand, you can CB5, which I don't think it's CB5. I think it's just turn face up to face down, which I'm gonna say now. Turn off face up card in 11 zone face down. And for the rest of the turn, all Guardian put into the Guardian Circle is -5 hack issue, which is an extremely powerful skill if it's just turning face up to face down, which I hope it is, because CB5 is a bit too much, even with that amazing skill, to make all 5k shield useless basically, and all 10k shield become a 5k shield or 50, and etc. And yeah, it's a very strong skill, especially if it is the turn face up face down. It's a very good way on boosting Gear Chronicle, since in the early game you can just guard a lot, so you don't have too much damage, so you need to pay a lot of CB, and since you guard a lot you have less card in your hand, so this work very well. But if it is CB5, then this is conflicting with the idea, unless the opponent is like Riviere or Valkyrion, very lucky, go first, and then nearly kill you, then that's a different story. But if it is the normal style where you fight, then this make total sense. You try to guard early, not have too much damage, you don't need to pay too much CB. You have less card in hand. You go into Rebellion, go -5, retire 2, all your fun will get 10. Very powerful. Can kill your opponent on your first grade 3. But the reason I'm a bit conflicted is that they don't mention bind at all in this whole game. Which means, is Gear not gonna do bind as much anymore, or they just gonna abandon the bind mechanic? I'm a bit conflicted because I do like the bind mechanic, but in the same time, bind mechanic is something that kinda limit Gears. Because the thing with the bind mechanic is that it's very slow right now. It limit you from too much, and it limit you from running too many grade 3, too many grade 2, too many grade 1, just because you want more grade, you want to activate those skill. But a conflicting thing is that the problem with the bind mechanic is that they don't want to boost bind too much, because if they do, this will become a chaos, since Mystery Flare will now be able to activate his extra turn more freely and more faster, which would be a problem, since if you can get extra turn on your first grade 3, that is very fast. Very fast. That's even faster than Heritage. So that's why I think they might try to abandon my bind mechanic, or at least to some degree. They don't, because if the bind is a very fast, too fast, Mystery Flare will become a problem. But if they don't make the bind too fast, they can't use like new grade 4 with the new skill. So that might be why they're trying to make Chrono Tiger this way. Or maybe they're just making Chrono Tiger this way more like a risky engine with a lot of attack, aggressive, and Chrono Tiger is more Chrono Jet is more calculated deck. Maybe that will be the case, but maybe I'm thinking too much on it, or maybe I don't know. But I can understand why they did this. Like I said, Mystery Flare is a bit of a problem. But if they're really going with this, I don't mind, as long as these Gear Chronicle have still their unique aspect of riding at grade 4 superior riding. Because if GE reboot really come and all clan have that, I'm like, so Gear have nothing now. Because apparently they're banning the revive mechanic too, because there's no going back to deck, and revive mechanic is not that strong anyway. Oh, it's like Hyuga but light. And if they're really going with this, I doubt they would make like a secondary grade 4, which could mean that Chrono Jet would be in the same set, which could mean the set can be very cramped, which could mean Shark get bad support, and could mean Gear Chronicle can only work with the Tiger engine for a bit. And I mean, if they're really going with this aggressive play style with Chrono Fang and stuff, I don't mind. But mm, would really get them that far since there's so many other very strong kind of same thing deck. I do think Chrono Tiger can make gears really come up a bit, like maybe tier two low, tier two, maybe. I'm just speculating here. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I rambled a bit too long. Well, this is my third recording and this is a bit shorter than everything else, so this is good. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video and remember, keep playing.